The hippopotamus, a giant that appears gentle but is incredibly fierce. Across the vast African savannas, life seems to stretch endlessly. This is the grand stage for one of the most spectacular migrations on Earth. Water is the lifeblood of the plains, drawing countless creatures to quench their thirst. But beneath the cool surface lurk unseen dangers. The hippopotamus, a giant often mistaken for being gentle, is in fact one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Its wide open mouth is not a sign of fatigue. It's a warning, a display of power. Those enormous canines, reaching up to 50 centimeters long, are deadly weapons, always ready to defend its territory. Despite weighing over 1.5 tons, hippos move gracefully underwater. In fact, they don't swim. They walk or even gallop along the riverbed in a remarkable way. And when the dry season arrives, the Great Migration begins. Millions of wildebeest and zebras embark on their epic journey, following the rains in search of greener pastures. Zebras, with their iconic black and white stripes, aren't just beautifully patterned. Studies suggest their stripes confuse predators and even repel tsetse flies. Hippos have extremely sensitive skin. They secrete a reddish fluid that acts as a natural sunscreen and antibacterial coating, often mistaken for blood sweat. The migration forces them to face their greatest challenge, the rivers. Here, life and death are separated by mere seconds, and predators lie in wait. The zebras hesitate at the riverbank. Instinct warns them of danger, yet the thirst of the journey and pressure from the herd push them forward. Suddenly, a male hippo attacks. It's not hunting, it's defending its territory with brutal force. Any intruder will face its wrath. With jaws capable of opening nearly 180 degrees and a bite strong enough to crush a small boat, the unfortunate zebra has no chance to escape. Chaos erupts. The desperate cries of the herd and the splashing of water create a tragic scene. Nature's judgment is always harsh. The Nile crocodiles, ancient predators, join the hunt. They wait patiently, needing only a single moment of weakness to strike. After the storm, the river returns to its calm. The sunset paints the sky in shades of orange, hiding the tragedies that just unfolded beneath the surface. But peace never lasts. Beneath the water, battles for dominance among hippos continue, ready to explode at any moment. At night, hippos emerge from the river to graze. Each night, they can travel up to 10 kilometers and consume around 40 kilograms of vegetation, a massive diet for their colossal bodies. On land, another predator reigns supreme, the lion, a symbol of strength and power. It is the only truly social cat, living and hunting in organized prides. The lionesses do most of the hunting. Their amber eyes stay sharp, scanning the grasslands for potential prey. But even apex predators face extraordinary challenges. A hippo that strays too far from the water becomes an accidental target. Attacking a full-grown hippo is a perilous act. Its thick hide, immense bulk, and crushing jaws can easily kill a lion. Yet the dominant male lion, with strength and experience, manages to bring down the massive beast. It's a grand feast enough to sustain the pride for days. The smell of blood attracts opportunists. A sly jackal lingers nearby, hoping to snatch a scrap of meat when the lions aren't looking. Meanwhile, the migration continues. Thousands of lives move onward, preparing once more to face the deadly rivers and endless cycle of survival. A crocodile seizes its chance. With a terrifying bite and its signature death roll, it drags a wildebeest beneath the surface, ending its struggle in an instant. The survivors press forward. There's no time to mourn the fallen. That is the unforgiving law of this great journey. Once again, the hippos show their aggression. They charge at the crocodiles not to feed, but to assert their dominance as the true masters of the water. Having crossed the river, the wildebeest continue their endless trek. They have escaped death today, but new challenges await tomorrow. From apex predators to unpredictable giants, every creature on the African savanna plays a role in the grand symphony of life and death. African savanna. The Great Migration and the challenges in the land of predators. On the vast Serengeti Plains, one of the planet's most spectacular natural events is about to begin: the Great Migration. Around 1.5 to 2 million wildebeest, over 200,000 zebras, and 500,000 Thompson's gazelles all take part in this grueling journey. From January to March, the rainy season brings a new life. In just 2 to 3 weeks, more than 500,000 wildebeest calves are born on the green pastures. Rapid growth is crucial. Within minutes of birth, calves must run to escape predators' fangs. But the rains never last. By April, the grass begins to dry up, forcing the herds northward. The burning dry season transforms the savanna into a field of death. driving animals to seek greener pastures. This journey spans over 1,600 kilometers, crossing rivers, grasslands, deserts, and predator territories. Every individual, whether young or old, is compelled to move forward. There is no turning back. Harsh heat and scorching sun, yet hunger and thirst pose even greater threats. Water is the lifeblood, but when the rains fade, it vanishes, fueling an irresistible drive to migrate. They move constantly, tens of kilometers each day, following the rains and fresh grazing lands. Migration is instinct, a genetic memory etched through thousands of years of evolution. By June-July, they face a deadly challenge, crossing the Grumeti River, where giant crocodiles lie in ambush. Ancient predators with steel-trap jaws turn the river into a graveyard for thousands. Yet strength lies in numbers. When the massive animals plunges in together, survival tilts in their favor. The sacrifice of one is the price paid for the survival of others, the harsh cycle of nature. In August-September comes the climax, the Mara River crossing, the most brutal trial of the entire migration. Crossing into the Masai Mara means not only crocodiles, but also lions, leopards, and hyenas waiting in ambush. With speeds of 110 km/h, cheetahs turn the savanna into a deadly racetrack. Hyenas, the opportunists, are ready to tear apart the weakest prey. In this world, a single moment of hesitation can mean death. On this battlefield, a lapse in vigilance is a fatal mistake. The herds know the dangers that await, but the journey cannot stop. They must keep moving. The migration surges like a storm, relying on numbers to protect each individual. Their greatest strength is the herd itself. Zebras and wildebeest often travel together. Their alliance heightens awareness against predators. The young are shielded in the center of the herd, a living fortress. But the weak are always left behind, an unavoidable cruelty of survival. On the African savanna, the death of one feeds many others, a cycle repeated endlessly. Vultures, hyenas, and countless scavengers play their role as nature's cleanup crew. At last, after months of hardship, they reach the promised land. But the migration never truly ends. The journey begins anew each year. The Great Migration, a testament to strength, sacrifice, and the eternal cycle of nature. Predators of the African savanna. A blazing dawn stretches across the African savanna. This is a harsh land where life and death are separated by only a moment. In this world, three predators dominate the food chain: lions, spotted hyenas, and cheetahs. Each species has its own unique strategy, creating a fragile balance within this vast ecosystem. The lion, known as the king of the savanna. It is the only big cat that lives in prides. A pride can have up to 15 individuals, with females carrying out most of the hunting. Thanks to collective strength, they can bring down massive prey such as buffalo or even fully grown zebras. The pride prepares to act. Hunting in groups requires coordination and strategy as they look for the weakest target in the herd. It is teamwork that makes lions the ultimate symbol of the African savanna. Hunting even a lone buffalo is a perilous task. It takes the power of the entire pride to subdue the one-ton giant. By clamping down on its throat and muzzle, the lions attempt to suffocate their prey. It is a brutal struggle, but necessary for the pride's survival. The dominant male usually eats first to assert his position. A large kill like this can feed the pride for days. As night falls, a formidable challenger emerges, the spotted hyena. Contrary to the stereotype of being mere scavengers, hyenas are skilled hunters, with a higher success rate than lions. They have the most powerful jaws of any carnivore, strong enough to crush even large bones. Hunting in clans of up to 80 individuals, hyenas can take down antelopes, or even young buffalo. Their presence near a wildebeest herd signals that a hunt is imminent. They patiently search for the weak or the young. A newborn wildebeest, only hours old, becomes the perfect target for the hungry predators. The chase begins. Despite its age, instinct drives the calf to run. A race where the prize is its very life. In the end, the hyenas succeed. They share the kill, a display of the clan's close cooperation. In contrast to strength in numbers, the cheetah relies on speed, the fastest animal on land. Its eyes scan the plains constantly. It must not only look for prey, but also remain alert to lions and hyenas, who can steal its catch. A herd of Thomson's gazelles grazes carelessly. This is the opportunity the cheetah has been waiting for. Every sense locks onto its target. It moves silently, using the tall grass as cover. Every step is calculated to avoid a single sound. The acceleration begins. From 0 to 100 km/h in just 3 seconds, the cheetah transforms into a living arrow, unleashed at breathtaking speed. The chase races across the savannah. Thomson's gazelles are skilled athletes, zigzagging to escape the predator. But the cheetah's overwhelming speed seals the outcome. A swift strike trips the prey, sending it crashing to the ground. Yet cheetahs are weak at defending their kill, often losing their prize to lions or hyenas. The three rulers of the savannah, lion, hyena, and cheetah, each with a distinct strategy and unique strength. They are not just predators, but also pillars that uphold the balance of the ecosystem. On the endless savannah, only those who adapt best can endure. Wild dogs and hyenas. Who is the true ruler? The African savanna, a vast and harsh land, is the stage for the endless struggle for survival among countless animal species. Here, predators and prey share the same habitat, creating a diverse and complex ecosystem. The African wild dog, a mammal with distinctive fur, is one of the most formidable predators of this land. With mottled fur of many colors, black, white, yellow, brown, each African wild dog has its own unique pattern, like a fingerprint for identification. Their large ears and long muzzle give them an extremely sharp sense of hearing and smell, making them outstanding hunters. They live in packs, a complex and efficient social structure that helps them coordinate hunts and protect one another. A lone wild dog may be vulnerable, but united as a pack, they become a formidable force. Their hunting range is vast, reaching up to 15 kilometers, demanding incredible endurance. Their preferred prey are medium-sized mammals, especially herd animals roaming the grasslands. The pups are the future of the pack, carefully nurtured and protected by all members. And there, within their sights, is a herd of antelope, the perfect target for their next meal. Antelopes with golden brown coats and white underbellies are small and agile. They live in large herds, constantly moving across the vast savanna in search of food and water. Vigilance is their survival instinct. They must always beware of predators lurking nearby. A mature male antelope with long curved horns stands ready to defend his herd. The hunt begins. The wild dogs spread out into formation, displaying masterful coordination and hunting tactics. They approach silently, using terrain and vegetation to conceal their presence. Patience is the key to success. They wait for the right moment to launch their decisive strike. The wild dogs accelerate and a breathless chase erupts across the wide savanna. The antelopes, at terrifying speed, try to escape, But the wild dogs remain relentless, pursuing with endurance. The chase continues, a fight of life or death. Victory belongs to the one with greater stamina and determination. Finally, the prey collapses from exhaustion and is surrounded. The wild dogs swiftly finish it off and begin their feast. However, their success soon attracts uninvited guests, hyenas prowling nearby. Hyenas, with their powerful bite and aggressive nature, are formidable rivals of the wild dogs. A tense confrontation breaks out between two of the savanna's top predators. The wild dogs, though smaller, rely on numbers and unity, refusing to surrender their prey easily. Such battles are an inevitable part of the brutal survival picture of the wild. The wild dogs bravely fight back, defending the spoils of their hunt against the encroaching hyenas. The struggle for the carcass is fierce, with neither side willing to back down. After a long and grueling fight, the wild dogs prove too strong and ferocious. The hyenas are defeated and retreat in humiliation. Even so, the wild dogs remain resilient, ready for future hunts to sustain their pack. One wild dog lies badly injured, a reminder of the price of survival in the natural world. After such battles, wounds are inevitable, evidence of the harshness of life in the wilderness. As night falls, the savanna regains its quiet calm, yet the struggle for survival silently continues.